A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Hello everyone, welcome to the first ever Let's Play on my channel. I'm Subception, however you can call me Subs or whatever you want. Anyway, yes, this is going to be the first ever Let's Play that I do on my channel. As you can see, we're gonna be playing for the entirety of LEGO Star Wars the video game, which is the first ever LEGO video game ever. And yes, this Lego games were basically my childhood. I used to play them a ton. Shit. Can I not skip this shit? Okay. As I was saying, Lego games were my childhood. I used to play them a ton, and I did initially have Lego Star Wars 2, Lego Batman 1, and Lego Indiana Jones 1. However, I did not entirely complete it as I used to have problems with beating them. However, later down the line, I got an Xbox 360, and then they got me a ton of Lego games on that. And I cannot recall exactly how many of them, but yes, it's a we have a couple of history between. Okay, and we're gonna be starting with this game after this stupid ass cutscene. Okay, whatever. I just need to press some random buttons. Okay, we're gonna turn Rumble off, even though I'm playing on Dolphin, so it's not a big deal after all. So anyway, we're gonna start a new game now. Alright, so the first three initial characters we get to play as are Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. And we are in the hub world of this game, which is called Dexter's Diner, which is a location from episode 2. However, we cannot get access to episode 2 since we're basically going to be able to go in a chronological order. Now, of course, every episode I'm going to be playing for an entire level. It said, and there could be exceptions where I could play 2 or 3 levels depending on the length between each. So we're going to be starting with episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Alright, so we're going to the first level called The Negotiations. Alright, so episode 1, The Phantom Menace, chapter 1, Negotiations, and yes, opening crawls, which can be seen for every level. Now, of course, I'm gonna be skipping them because at the end of the day, it takes way too long for these crawls to actually end, and just don't serve that much purpose, even though just give a summary of what's about to happen on the level. However, we did not skip it because apparently it's just short, but I don't know. I just keep forgetting things for some damn reason. That screen was removed from complete saga, by the way. Okay, so we're gonna switch to Obi-Wan just for pleasure, and the first thing we're gonna do is move these chairs. Yes, when compared to other Star Wars games, this one has unique attributes, like making the game like more quirky because it's made out of Legos. Then again, Star Wars was the first ever IP like that Lego was ever successful with. So as you can see, we're collecting Lego studs, which is an essential part of the game, as it'll be necessary to collect a ton of collectibles that we're gonna be getting throughout the entire Let's Play. However, we may not be able to get those until way later down the line when we're able to get 100% completion, and as long as revisiting through every level. However, I'm not gonna go into further detail because we're still way far ahead from way far from that. So yes, the first thing we need to do is to break the wall, and now we're just attacked by battle droids who apparently just wanted to go to Qui-Gon, even though I'm just hitting them. Anyway, we're gonna kill them so that they don't bother with us for a while. There's gonna be plenty of those in the future. Just be aware. Now I just killed a droid off screen. This is the stupidest. This is so fucking stupid. Like, you have no idea. Yes, we have the stud bar, and apparently most of our Lego studs are just going out of bounds for absolute no fucking reason. But then again, this is a game that was made in 2005, or sorry, 20 years ago. Yes, apparently this may mark the 20th anniversary of Lego Star Wars, the video game. However, we're not gonna be, unfortunately, maybe we'll not be able to see any Lego games in the future, but that's due to unfortunate circumstances of TT Games being owned by Warner Bros. Now, of course, that may be a subject to change. However, its future may not be as bright as we think. Okay, you know what? So let's talk about the characters. Okay, so Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are Jedi characters, and in this game, Jedi characters are able to use the Force in lightsaber combat, which is entirely different from blaster combat, which we'll be seeing in a later episode. Not too distant, and they're also able to use the Force. So we're gonna light up the switches, and as you can see, they light up on the top of our screen, and then we get ourselves a mini kit. Every level is gonna have at least 10 of those that we have to collect, and if we collect 10 of those, then we'll get a mini scale version of a vehicle from the prequels, or not necessarily, a mini scale version of something remarkable from the prequels. Point in case, by the way. So yeah, as you can see, we're now lining up the second set of switches for, as well as yet another mini kit. There's the second mini kit. Now gonna come along with a character in particular that only makes an appearance in the Phantom Menace, and that's our droid here. So we now collect a second mini kit, and instead of going over here, we're gonna backtrack our way all the way back a bit. Okay, actually, maybe it's not gonna fold because it's a dumbass. So yes, droids, or mostly known as protocol droids, this fella right here is called TC-14. They can activate panels. As you can see, they are very slow as fuck. So we're not gonna be any fast when it comes to this speed, but we can activate panels, which is a very important asset that may grant us access to different points, whether it'll be to proceed with the main level or to just get mini kits along the way. Alright, so yeah, apparently this guy just doesn't want to go there. So we're gonna activate those switches and to get us a third mini kit. However, there are droids waiting for us. Now we're gonna activate the gear to get ourselves a blue stud and kill that droid for some reason. So we're gonna have this thing lift us up. Sorry. And we got ourselves, the power has been fulfilled. Now, this thing is called the True Jedi, which we're gonna be seeing every level. Getting True Jedi in every level will grant us a piece that will get us access to a bonus level that we'll be seeing later down the line. Of course, I think True Jedi may be accessible in every single level, in terms of story mode progression. And yeah, there really isn't anything that we can do over here because there are barriers blocking our path, and they cannot interact with this. There's a character that we'll be seeing later that is capable of interacting with that. So anyway, we're gonna make ourselves to that panel where a droid is, or hopefully where that guy is. Okay, it is. Okay, this stupid ass Pro controller just keeps on drifting and just restricting my movement because Nintendo is bad at doing this shit. Okay, so I'm just doing this because I just have a tradition whenever playing Lego games. I just collect every single stud that there's in a level. So, but also unnecessarily extend every single episode for like absolute no reason at all. Okay, get the thing. Okay, now that we create a gate, now we can now proceed to the next part of the level. So we double jump over here and get ourselves a fifth minikit in the level. Now we're gonna kill this guy because it's annoying us. Okay, I'm just bad at this game. Okay, like this, and we're also gonna kill those enemies because they're also a nuisance. Now, okay, no, I'm bad at this game. Sorry, I'm bad at platforming. Okay, so apparently a droid here just got over there due to physics. And yes, we cannot access to this room because we need an astromech droid, or sorry, R2D2. Yeah, that's how he's known in this game. Now, there's also a way that you can get the minikit that I just got, and it's piling this block. Okay, whatever. So, the most appropriate order may probably over like this, but the most ideal strategy is to pile them up with the. Okay, actually, no, yeah, this is good. Now, of course, it may be best that you first pile up the big block and then pile up the other two blocks. So that way you can make it easier for that. Of course, there's also going to be a character that's going to make some of these puzzles laughably easy because of one ability in particular that's very unique to this game and Incomplete Saga. So we're gonna kill these droids, and then we have a new enemy here, being the Droidicast. Now, Droidicast deal twice the damage of a regular battle droid, which can deplete our HP very fast. We also get to encounter these orange droids, which they require 2 hits to be defeated. Uh, However, the best strategy against these Droidicasts is to do a super slam and then start attacking them so that way they don't hit you. As you can see, I got hit in the process because I'm just bad at this game. Now, unfortunately, okay, now we can get that. So, uh, we're just interacting with everything that is in the level. Now, there really isn't anything here to destroy. Now, of course, there really is a particular detail in Complete Saga that adds something extra here. It's not that very important, but gives a little variety when it comes to that. Now, of course, there is also a mini kit over here, and we can get it. So what are we gonna do is that we'll pile up one of those small blocks, and then we'll pile up the big block, and then pile up the other two small blocks that we have over here, so we can make our platform. No, of course, that sound apparently okay, so fun fact, that sound that it's made right now, it's because of the mini kit. I never knew that until very recently that the mini kits actually make a proper sound. So okay, so this stupid controller drift is being annoying right now. And okay, now that's an absolute fail. I should have not risking it. I should have not risked it. Okay, we're gonna wait for this to come again. Okay, so apparently it just only goes twice. Dude, this freaking controller drift. I don't know what the hell is happening with this. Okay, now we can get the mini kit. And we got 6 mini kits from that. Awesome. Now what we just need to do is to get on that airship and we can properly finish the level. We just did some awesome we just did some awesome platforming to get those gold stars. Not that it's gonna matter anymore. Anyway. However, it's gonna be very valuable when trying to 100 trying to get 100% completion. I almost died over there. Now we made a very flawless level with zero whopping deaths. Okay, for some reason there really isn't anything over here. So we're gonna do a one last run through over here to see if there's anything in particular that I'm missing. So it's only silver stars that practically don't are not very valuable as much because there are only 10 on a total, and yet we go over here to finally reach the end of the level. And we unlocked episode 2 and episode 3. However, we are going to complete the rest of episode 1 because chronological order, right? Yeah, Super Kid Piece. Now, it's not called True Jedi, I actually lied. Then again, it's been like a while since I've played since then. So yes, one out of 17 Super Kid pieces that we need to collect. These are the total amount of levels that there's in the game. I got 6 mini kits. So that is gonna be it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to smack the like button. Or I guess not because it's not really my job to do it. And in the next episode, we're gonna tackle the next level in the Phantom Menace. Bye bye.